Why engineers think differently. So engineers are a lot like entrepreneurs in that they design, they create, and they solve problems. And this is why engineers think differently. If you look at the average human being, they don't know how to solve problems. They can't solve any problem. And this proves of why, especially in America, why we're so fat here. It explains why everyone's broke. It explains why everyone's unhappy. Everything is explained because people don't have the mindset of being an engineer or being an entrepreneur and being a problem solver and figuring things out, as opposed to just giving up. A lot of people just give up. My mentor, FitX Fearless, mentored in petroleum engineering, and he talks a lot about like how hard that actually was. And engineering is just one of those things. It's one of those fields that if you're going to go to school, I highly recommend, if you do go to school, major in STEM, science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, because then you're actually going to make some bread. You're going to make some money coming out of college. I truly believe that unless you're doing that, lawyer, accountant, doctor, then there's 0 point of going to school. 0 point at all. You want to be doing something meaningful and purposeful to go to school. But besides that, this video is not about school. It's about why engineers think differently. In order to move the world in a different direction, you're going to have to think differently. You're going to have to act differently. You're going to have to do different things than the majority of people. Because the world is surrounded by human beings who do certain actions. So if you're a person who works out every single day, regardless of how they feel, if you're a person who stays disciplined on their daily skill set every single day, regardless of how you feel, if you're a person who constantly creates, you design things, you build, it's like you're setting yourself apart from a lot of people, because a lot of people don't want to do that. But, if we have these types of people everywhere, all the time, engineers or entrepreneurs of just thinking different, like, these types of people like to move fast too. Engineers, entrepreneurs, people that are high caliber, like they want to move quickly. They don't want to be stuck up in moving slowly. This comes with communication skills. You got to be able to know how to talk, communicate. So that way people know what you're thinking. People have no idea. You can't read minds. So if you can communicate effectively, you're going to move the world faster. Now, engineering, I don't really know a lot. I don't know too much about engineering, but I know the basis is like, if you are going to be an engineer, you're going to make some money, and you're going to be different than someone who just kind of lets their life go by, doesn't really want to design or create, or like you move the world, like what I said before. You are going to move the world by simply engaging in things that are going to be productive, like designing, creating, building, like the things I talked about earlier. If you design, create, and build, you're already setting yourself apart from everyone else who wants mindless entertainment. They want the drugs, they want the alcohol, they want instant happiness. But if you can delay your happiness by putting in work every single day, then that is the secret to always being happy. Every day, you got to put in work. Every day, you got to get better. Every day, you have to find solutions to problems, because every day people have problems. So if you can consistently find solutions to people's problems, you're going to make a lot of money. And this is exactly what engineers do, and this is what entrepreneurs do as well. They find solutions to problems. This is what you need to do. You can't get caught up in, wasting time and entertainment. Like, engineering is a very, very hard major. Noted from my mentor, FitX Fearless, it takes a lot of studying. It takes a lot of, brain power to actually think and use your brain effectively to be an engineer. It's not an easy task or job. But what I truly believe is that even if you are at the rock bottom, as long as you're getting better every day, that's all that matters. If you're a fat guy and you go to the gym, you won't be criticized as much if you're a fat guy and don't go to the gym, because at least you're trying, at least you're putting in effort, at least you're working to improve your situation. That's the most important thing in life, is that you just don't want to stay stagnant. And this is what engineers do. They continuously design, they continuously create, they continuously build. And this is why they think differently. They think differently than the average human being. The average human being doesn't want to design, create, build. They don't want to get better. So this is why engineers think differently. that's the video I have for you. If you like this video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.